Hi, my name is Joy Uchida, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about an emerging technology called augmented reality, AR for short. Mark Zuckerberg says we are making a long-term bet that immersive, virtual, and augmented reality will become a part of people's daily life. 6 weeks ago, when I started this class, augmented reality wasn't even on my mind. I didn't even think about it in terms of education. And Mark Zuckerberg is saying that it's going to become a disruptive technology where it's going to become a part of people's daily life and have an impact. So let's take a look at this. What is augmented reality? It's when real life objects are viewed with an overlay of computer generated images. And the best and most popular example I can think of is Pokemon Go. And maybe you've played it already, or maybe your kids have. I know mine have. And it's simply a game that was played on their devices. And so my kids would take out their smartphone and they would use the camera function and this app, and they would scan their environment, like the playground outside or the parks, and they would look for these Pokemon characters that appeared as an overlay on their surroundings, and they would capture them. So you might be wondering, how can this AR technology be used in the classroom? Well, I'm going to show you this video, how students are experiencing content through AR, and it's pretty mind-blowing. So here we go.
All right, who wants to see a volcano? 3, 2, 1. Wow! Look at that lava, look at that smoke coming out of that.
Pretend you're an airplane and fly over the tornado.
That's the top of it. What do you see?
It's either asteroids, meteorites.
We're learning about DNA and genes, things that we can't see. And so the most exciting thing for me with the AR technology was that I could see kids get an aha moment that I couldn't get by just telling them about it.
The minute I saw it pop up on the screen, it made me want to get up and walk to it.
You actually get to turn around and look at things from all angles, so it gave us a nice perspective.
See if you can figure out what that might be based on what you know about the respiratory system.
I got to see where the alveoli branched off, and I could look inside them and see how everything worked, which I never saw before, and it was really, really cool.
Right? It's so cool, and it's so exciting how these students are experiencing their learning. So as we saw in the video, the learning comes to life right before them, right inside of the classroom. I love this picture. So what does this mean for education? What does this mean for teachers and for students? Obviously, there's enhanced learning, and as we saw in the video, students will be able to see three-dimensional images of the content they are studying. Microscopic images become larger. They're able to see them like life-size. It brings unique elements into the classroom and into the student's world. We also saw in the video that it increases motivation. So the level of engagement was incredible. Students get excited to experience their learning, and it sparks interest in content matter. Some examples of AR in the classroom would be in the elementary setting. Books become magical with 3D images of characters coming to life. In science, students might be exploring weather systems, volcanoes, and moon cycles in 3D imagery. Math, students could be manipulating these the AR to measure angles. In the secondary classroom, chemistry students could be exploring atoms and molecules. Astronomy, 3D images of the sun, planets, and stars could be explored. Biology, students can be exploring human anatomy with 3D imagery. As you can see, and if you can imagine that the teaching is, the teaching potential and the learning potential is off the charts. There are AR apps and resources available right now. There's Daiquiri and Quiver. Cromville are just a few. Fetch Lunch Rush is a math-based game. That Star augmented reality worksheets are pretty neat also. They're coloring pages with a QR code. So students color these pages and then they scan the QR code with the device, and then the image that they colored pops up. It becomes a 3D image. So that is pretty nifty. The big idea here is that AR is a highly engaging learning tool used for students to interact with the content. And I can just see a huge potential in the way it's going to change teaching and learning, and the process of learning is just going to have a huge impact on that. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something and kind of had a wow moment throughout this. Here's some references that I used. But yes, thank you so much.